Hi, I'm Quincas and I'm a synth DIY guy. Welcome to today's kit overview. We're building the Thing Modular Mini Drive. The Mini Drive is an incandescent lamp-based overdrive module for Eurorack. It's a very simple circuit and a super easy kit to build. It features a manual input gain control, high gain and low gain inputs, two identical outputs which you can use for feedback patching and parallel processing, and the lamp is exposed, giving you a cool light show too. Like I said, the kit is super easy to build. The very few SMD components come pre-soldered. All you have to assemble are the jacks, the pot, the headers, and the lamp. First, lay out all of the components on your work area. Then install the power header. Make sure to place it on the correct side of the board. It should stick out at the back of the module. Solder a single terminal first, make sure it's straight, then solder the rest. Do the same for the 2-pin header that connects the board to the lamp. Then place, but don't solder yet, the jacks and the pot. Slip on the panel and tighten the nuts. Now push the lamp assembly through the front of the panel and push in the metal clamp from behind to hold it in place. Solder the included wires to the lamp terminals. There is no preferred polarity for this. Now you can solder the jacks and pots. Now plug the header on the other end of the wires to the 2-pin header on the PCB. And that's it. Fasten the included black knob, check the power header for shorts and plug it in to test. If you feed it an oscillator, for example, you should see the lamp light up as you turn up the gain pot. Now let's hear what it sounds like. First I want to show a patch that I did that I don't want to lose. I'll try to explain it very quickly. Basically, we have a voice made up of the Black VCO2, the expander output, so there's a mix of waves here, going into the Steve's MS22 filter, from there to the Erica Synths Black LPG as a VCA, set as a VCA, and from there to the mini drive, and from the mini drive out to my spring reverb, and from the spring reverb out to the output module, which is going into my audio interface. The Danny Sound looping voltage controlled attack decay sustain release envelope generator, that's the longest module name I've ever seen. This is controlling the LPG. The filter is being controlled by the joystick, the black joystick over here. I've just recorded some y-axis movement there, and that's what's modulating the filter frequency. There's also a random voltage controlling the Danny Sound envelope generator level output. That's affecting obviously the volume as it comes out of the black LPG that's being controlled by that envelope generator. So there's a lot of amplitude variation, so we can get a lot of timbre variation. Because that's what's interesting about this overdrive, is how at different amplitudes the sound changes, how it sounds very different depending on how much you're driving that input. The black sequencer is generating the sequence here. Here we go. Notice how the lamp lights up the more voltage that goes through it. So the more amplitude, the more it lights up, which is also an interesting light show. And this is in the middle position. And make it a little bit more aggressive. Let me get manual control over the joystick here. I'm gonna erase my recording. Love riding that filter with the joystick and hearing how that affects the overdrive. I hope you're wearing headphones or listening through monitors, because these low frequencies are super nice. I'm gonna leave the filter steady now, and now the only variation is the amplitude variation that's being generated by the random LFO from the black sequencer, controlling the output level of the Danny Sound VCA DSR, which in turn is controlling the black LPG in VCA mode. And this is the low input. We have the high input here too, which is even higher gain. So if you need more gain, if you're using something maybe outside of the modular, use that high input. I'm actually liking it for this too. Let's open up that filter a little bit more. Oh, well, here's one thing. You can feed it back to itself, right? Since it has 2 inputs and 2 outputs. The outputs are just multed. It's the same output twice. Oh boy. The oscillation you get just feeding it back to itself. Now we'll do the classic mini-moog trick that Tom mentioned. So we'll take the output and we'll put it back into the input 2. I could put that into a VCA. Use an LFO on that VCA. And we control that feedback a little bit. Can never have too many VCAs, right? Now he also says to use it with recordings and stuff. Okay, what I have that's easy to patch in, the sample drum. So let's check out maybe some drum loops. And here's a break. It's already kind of distorted, right? Now let's plug that into the mini drive. Interesting. Yeah, that's pretty aggressive. Pretty impolite. Let's hear another break here. Now let's plug that into the mini drive. Oh, that's another thing that I like to doing, and that's when we can remove the randomicity from the amplitude, right? And use the mini drive itself as a performance resource or technique. Just drive that drive. Now I'm controlling the cutoff frequency of the filter with a joystick. let's go back into the sample drum here. This is just an 808, right? I mean, this is what it sounds like. So this is going to be a really cool kick exciter module as well. So nice. How about music? Just a little organ bossa nova thing. Now with the drive. And we'll call it a day. Hope you liked the mini drive. If you're just getting into DIY, this is probably a really good idea. Probably a really good option to start with this kit. So, see you soon. Stay tuned for the next video. At this point, I don't even know I have so many to make. Okay, see you soon and stay noisy. Bye.